Hello, hello, and welcome. Thank you guys for being here. We are going to go ahead and jump in and start a collective reading for those who would come along later to watch. First, I'm going to clear the energy because I am a little behind tonight, so I did not get a chance to do that. But I do want good, fresh energy for when we start the reading, okay? Now, if you are new here, welcome. And if you've been with me for a while, welcome back. Hey, Daphne, missed you, love. How are you? How are you? How are you? So I am just clearing the energy. Hey, Delaney, welcome back, sweetheart. You guys are so amazing. Y'all always come to school early. I'm actually doing really well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I am trying to get this energy cleared so we can jump right into a collective reading. Okay. So I'm excited about tonight, though, because I feel some really great energy that's been coming through the last few days. I have just been letting my spirit team have their way. Okay. And yeah, I have just been really, really spiritually focused since I came out of my reset. Just really accepting my role and coming into some realizations that this is my lot in life, and it's the first one that I've been privy to that I actually love and hope to do for the rest of my days, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into this collective reading. The energy is clearing. Okay? I'm glad you're doing okay. I'm glad you're doing okay. The energy is clearing. I'm going to go ahead and infuse all the cards with love, truth, and authenticity so we can get started here. Thank you guys for hitting that like button on your way in. Okay, is that a card that's flipped already? We don't want that. We want some good, fresh love, truth, and authenticity coming through. Hey, Leonidas, how are you? How are you? So, Leonidas, that's one of my favorite characters and one of my favorite movies, the movie 300. Do you know that movie? Hey, Fort. Yeah, that is definitely one of my favorite movies. Okay. I'm glad you're doing fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this collective reading. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Hit that like button on your way in, okay? I got 20 people in the room and only 3 likes. Let's hit that like button, okay? And get started on this reading. I am very, 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 very happy to have this opportunity to just share, okay, and to receive from you guys as well. If you're coming in with great energy, hit that like button on your way in. If you're coming in with great energy, you have no idea how much you are appreciated. And whoever this reading is for, you got a lot, your spirit team has a lot to say, okay? Wow. Looks like you're shutting down some things, okay? Yeah, you really shut down some things here. Whew. I love this. I love this, what I'm seeing. Hit that like and subscribe. Share the live as well. Hey, Aileen, it's been a while. Hey, Maureen, welcome. Okay, yeah, I love this. I love this. I love this. So you started out with the hustle mode card, right? So this is you just being determined and putting in a lot of effort, okay? But you walked away from some people that were just fake. They were just, I don't know, just attaching themselves to you in ways that just didn't do you any good. They were very deceptive in how they connected to you. And then they started like telling your business, spilling tea on you. Hey, spaceman. Yes, we're doing tarot and oracle. Okay. But yeah, they started telling business, but you ignored it, all the gossip, all the talk, you ignored it, okay? And you understood that they were fake. They were not who they said they were, but it didn't bother you. You stayed in hustle mode and you became self-made here, okay? You had success in the things that you decided that you wanted for yourself. Okay, you created your own path. You built a new way of being for yourself, and no one could come between you and what you wanted for yourself. Okay, and I love that for you. But what they didn't understand is that this wasn't you being, trying to be your own version of fate. This was just you being unbreakable. You're just naturally an enduring person. You're someone who is strong from the inside out, and you don't let people come in and drain you. I'm feeling that you probably had learned this lesson before, okay, that people have kept you from reaching your goals, and you came to a point where you're like, no, I have things I have things I want to do, and I'm going to do those things, and nothing and no one is going to stop me. So you basically blocked out the noise. You tapped into your inner strength, and you went and got what you wanted. Okay, now it took you a little while. All right, it hit your pockets really hard, because this was something that you had to really pour and invest in. Okay, but if you haven't already, you will see a return on your investment. But that's because you set boundaries. That's because you started saying no firmly to things that did not fuel your goal. Okay, and if you have a goal and you haven't started it yet, this reading is still for you, because this is letting you know you've got to drown out the noise. You've got to set boundaries. You got to start setting limits, even for yourself, so that you can complete this goal. Because the fake flex that they have been going under, that's not your mission. That's not even you. Okay, that is something that you yourself have really worked hard not to be. Okay, no, you don't want to be fake. You want something that's real here, and you're sick of the people that are pretending. All right, you have broken the soul contracts that connected you to these people, and you don't want any more situationships or even breadcrumbing. Okay, you're just done. No more people giving you minimal attention. Everything that you want, you have decided that it's for you. Okay, you have decided that, again, nothing and no one is going to take it. Nothing and no one is going to stop it. All right. So yeah, I really appreciate. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for relationships that reflect who you really are deep down. All right. And you've come to a self-awareness that what you see is what you get, but you don't care to be stuck where you are. If you need to evolve and grow to get the kind of people in your life that you want, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay? Because you have CEO energy, but they've tried to block it all this time. And because it took you a while to get through all this noise, to put up the hand and say, oh no, we're not doing this. Your CEO energy had been reversed, but you are getting a status upgrade by your spirit team, okay? And a brand new life. This is divine intervention for you, okay? Yes, I love this for you. I love this for you. So, if this reading is resonating with you, whether you are working on a goal, whether you have one that you have yet to work on because you know your circle is not real people, or you have come to a place where you've been doing your thing, man, I'm proud of you either way. All right, it's time to tap in. It's time to lock in. Okay, it's time to hold it down for yourself. You know, this is the time. All right, we are in the season for the collective, the divine collective, to come into a space of love, beauty. You know, we are no longer in fight, flight, or freeze. No, we are flying. No more fight, flight, or freeze. No more, living in trigger mode. We just doing us. And we're very, very happy to do so. Okay? And I am happy for you. All right? Hit that like, hit that share, hit that subscribe if you haven't already. that is the collective reading for this evening to start off with. All right, I am really, really loving the energy tonight. Okay, all right, you guys. Now, if you're new here, this is the format presently. It could change at any time. All right, but I take the first 3 people who have never had a reading from me before. We do a list. We do 2 lists. That list is for people who have never had a reading from me before. You get 1 question for free. After that, or somewhere in the midst of it, depending on who signs up first, I open the list up for people who have had a reading for $9.99 US super chat per question. Okay? All right, let me get my pen and paper, which I always forget to do. For some reason, I forget to do this because I don't know why. IDKY. I forget to get my pen and paper to start the list. But, hey Riker, how are you? But if you have never had a reading from me before, the list is open. You get 1 question for free, the first 3 people, or until we hit the 20-minute mark, and then I'm not doing it. I'm not taking any more free. Okay. And if you wanted to get on the list tonight, and you have not, and you have had a reading before, that is open to you as well. All right. So let's see who. I haven't seen anyone yet who said they wanted to be on the list. Okay, so what we will do is, until we get our list going, we will open the chat up for questions. If you want to ask general life questions that have nothing to do with the reading, but you want to know things about universal stuff, like how things work, or what is going on in the world, just general questions. I'll open it up for that as well. Okay, let me go ahead and start marking here. All right, Lena, where am I from? I am from the Southeast United States. I am from the Southeast U.S. Good old country girl. I'm a country girl through and through. I have really been enjoying having you guys. We are going to a new format. For those of you who have been with me for a while, I don't know if you have seen my posts that I made, but and then I don't know if you caught the shorts. They look different today. What are twin flames? Very good question. The shorts look different today. We are going to, Lena, I'm extremely happy. Yes. We are going to a different view on the shorts. I'm going back to some old videos that I made when I first started my channel and making shorts out of those instead of the lives right now. But go ahead and read my post when you get time. They'll keep coming out to inform you. Twin flames, Delaney, are 2 parts of the same whole of a soul. Okay. Well, I won't say 2 parts of the same of a soul, but they are souls that were generated at the same time to mirror each other, to help each other grow. Okay. They somehow along the way, during the process of becoming, right, they end up separated. This is so they can go through their own experience in soul evolution, so that they can start to awaken to who they truly are and see who they truly are. But then there comes a point when their growth becomes, it slows down, or it gets stifled, because they actually need their twin to mirror them, to take them the rest of the way to their soul, through their soul evolution journey. This is why twin flame connections can be very volatile. Okay, your wife's boyfriend, did you want to get on the list? I have a question. I'm in the house. Okay. All right. Your wife's boyfriend. Let me know your first name, okay, if you don't mind, or your first name, and also your pronouns. If you go by she, her, he, him, them, they, and then put your question. Okay. Um, yes, Delaney. Everyone has soulmates and twin flames. Okay, and that is due to the soul's evolution once again. Okay. Um, let's see. There you go. See, this is what happens when you try to help people. They just ridiculous people, ridiculous folk. Okay. Do I know any twin flames? You are, if you're with somebody that you really love and they love you. Let me just back up. I'm gonna let me just Diana. Okay. If you have never had a reading from me before, you can get on the list for free for $9.99 US. You can get on the list for free up to 3 people, up to 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, it's $9.99 per question for a super chat for people who have had a reading or after the 20-minute mark. Okay. All right. So let me get back to answering the twin flame thing. Delaney is first on the list. All right. So if you are with someone who you dearly love and they love you, but things, they aren't like, you guys aren't necessarily in sync, but you find yourself unable to detach or leave each other. These are different than karmics. Karmics, it's very volatile. It's always, oh, that was Daphne. Okay, sorry, Daphne. I told y'all that dyslexia be messing you up, be messing me up. Okay. But karmics, everything is volatile. There's a lot of evil. There's a lot of narcissism and things like that. Twin flames, where there's just disharmony and you're forced to communicate. You're forced to grow together. Okay. You're forced to see yourself for who you are in order to maintain the relationship. Sometimes one person is more ready than the other to do that. So you guys will end up breaking up because one person still has more growing to do and they're just not in alignment. Sometimes you guys come into the same lifetime and one of you is older, one of you is younger. You may be different races. There's some sort of barrier to you guys getting together. So they end up married to someone. When you meet them, they might be married. They might be, homosexual. They might be something other than someone who can have a relationship with you at the time. In that sense, they become more of a soulmate. They become someone that you can, who there's resonance, there's connection on a soul level, but there may not be any romantic interest, or the romantic interest has to be put on a shelf, okay, until you guys, either one of them, they break up, or naturally, you don't want to go breaking up homes because that's karma you don't want, okay? And you can become a karmic by continuously doing evil to other people. You can become a karmic person where no matter how many twin flames or soulmates you meet, you will always be at odds in love and in life, okay? You will be someone else's karma and you will be receiving karma. Life after life, week after week. This is why it's so important to grow and evolve as people individually, and our relationships relate. We are meant to evolve with every relationship we have, whether it's work, whether it's school, whether it's children, whether it's parents. Every relationship is meant to help us evolve as people. These are soulmates. If it's not karmic, again, narcissistic, a lot of evil, a lot of using, that kind of thing, then these are soulmates. And then there's the twin flame dynamic. Twin flames are always there's always some sort of romantic, possibly sexual tension. Okay, soulmates can be completely platonic. All right, and then there are people who are just put on your path for you to, give a smile to, a wave to make them feel better, or just to drop them a little knowledge to help them see in a better way. Everybody that comes along on your path, you are not meant to fully and wholly join to, or you're not meant to give excess energy to. Okay, so this is where discernment comes in. All right, so does that answer your question? No, twin flames are typically romantic. Soulmates are not. Okay, soulmates don't have to be. Now, if you find someone who is a twin flame and a soulmate, you have hit the jackpot, because your twin flame, you guys mirror each other, right? So you help each other see where there may be flaws or deficiencies in each other. And if you're evolved enough, then you work on making those things. Hey, Forzan, you work on making those things connect, right? But soulmates, you feel a sense of safety right off the bat. There is support, there is compatibility, there is, community. There's a feeling of community within the connection that goes far beyond, romance. So those would be the relationships where you see one person, the love is so beautiful, everything is so great, they're doing good, and then maybe one of them has an accident or they get some sort of terminal illness, right? And the other person doesn't make it hard they don't make it hard for each other. They come together in a loving way, and they support each other through the tragedy. They support each other through. Are there any famous examples that you've seen? I don't know if you guys know the guy who was born with no arms and no legs. He, I don't know his name. I can't think of his name right now. But thank you, Kiki. Thank you for coming through, love. I appreciate you. But he was born with no arms and no legs. Okay. And he ended up meeting a woman. And I know they have had one kid. I don't know if they've had any more since I ran across his story and I followed him for a little while. But he's a very sought after public speaker, very inspirational. But he ended up finding a wife who has been there and loves him. And trust me, she's a cute girl too. You see what I'm saying? But there are examples, but the most important one will be how you feel when you look in the mirror after you've spent time with these people, right? How do you feel when you lay your head on a pillow alone at night once you spend time with them, right? It's in those quiet moments and in those reflective moments that you know for sure whether or not a person is a soulmate or twin flame of yours. Because it's hard to really catch and see while you're in the moment with them, because you are exchanging energy. You are, observing their social cues. You are expending energy. Your thoughts and everything is trying to make sure you're engaged. Okay. But when you're alone, that's when do you feel still uplifted? Do you still feel self-love? Do you still feel like you can grow as a person? Do you still feel like you want to be righteous towards them? Do you feel, healthy physically and mentally? Like, do you feel exhausted to the point to where you don't want to be bothered with nobody? Okay. Or do you feel more enlivened? Do you smile, thinking about them? These are things that are very important to know and understand. Okay. All right. The list is open. We are going to start with Daphne. Are you the only one so far? Diana, you wanted to get on the list as well. Welcome. It's good to have you here. All right. I'm stealing from the dollar store? Why would I need to steal from the dollar store? It's a dollar store. If I don't have money, I just don't go in. That's funny. Trends Mood, I'm sorry if you're still here. I missed you. Nude, welcome. Hello. All right. Okay. So, Delaney, you said so cool. Let's see. So, Daphne, are you ready? It'll be Daphne first and then Diana. All right. You guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, Delaney, for that question, because I actually needed to explain that to myself. I really did. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. You guys, I do offer personal readings as well, though that link is in the description box. Okay. Goodness gracious. Delaney said, glad you could help. I know that's right, sis. I know that's right. Wow. He just won't do right to save his life. Literally. Y'all know that song, I Wanna Know What Love Is. Y'all know that song. I want you to show me. I can't sing, but y'all know that song. Yeah, definitely. I'm going to explain why I asked you that. Yeah, I'm going to explain why I asked y'all that after I finish Daphne's reading. Don't let me forget, okay? Because that song came to mind while I was preparing for this reading just now. Just clearing the energy, Daphne, because I'm going to have to tap in really deep for this, okay? Sin, love, truth, and authenticity. You guys, if I miss your comments, it's because I'm tapped in for the reading. Hello, Gwen. Welcome back, love. You guys hit that like and subscribe on your way in and share the live, okay? The spirit team is explaining to me why I'm hearing that song for this reading. Give me clear and precise. Bring it to the light. Give me clear and precise. Bring it to the light. Don't let them hide. Thank you, Diana, for sharing. I appreciate you. Diana was one of my favorite goddesses when we were studying mythology when I was in like 4th grade. I believe she was the goddess of the moon. And I just thought that was so cool. I could be wrong. Geez, Daphne, when I say hiding, let me get another set of cards because don't let them hide. Don't let them hide. Don't let them hide. Hey, Britt, welcome, love. It's lovely to have you here. Daphne, y'all were supposed to go back to court toward the end of last month. Did y'all go? Goodness gracious. You guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that like button and share. There's a lot of dark shadows, like, okay. It's like I can't get around them. Are they actual real men that she's sharing a bed with, or are these might not be real humans? I'm just getting very dark shadows. Yeah. Sleeping satellite? Why do people hate Scorpios? Are you a Scorpio? Does somebody hate you? You guys hit that like and subscribe. Dang, Daphne. Give me a minute. Let me, I see your comment. Nothing wrong with being emotional. It's just how those emotions are presented to other people. So if you're volatile with your emotions, or you are not being in a controlled manner with them, then that can be off-putting to anyone. And it's no one's responsibility to make sure your emotions are in check. So maybe that's something to think about. All I'm seeing is him. I'm seeing him, and I'm seeing the only everything I'm seeing in the cards is him. But in the midst of this, there is a male caregiver, a male who is upright in his masculine energy. Because this whole top row is him, and then this middle row is this other male. And she said there's more than one. You said one of their names you know. Have you talked to him about this? Because there is one that has good energy. And I'm wondering if it's him. But I see a lot of shadows around. Oh, explain to me, show me what I'm seeing, let me hear something. Hey CD, welcome love. One of them is a protector. Okay. That card came back out again. Yeah, he's definitely protecting her. So even if it is happening, he's there to keep the shadows away. Okay? I mean, with not even if, but even with them, her having to share a bed, because a couple of them are transient, okay? They really have nowhere to go. So that's why they're there. But this guy, divine masculine, he has a great heart, okay? Very, very broad electromagnetic field. So he brings good energy into that space. And this is the open heart card. So the others they really have nowhere to go. Okay? And they're there because they are lost, they're lost souls, right? They're just kind of like hanging around. And so they're just taking up space, all right? But she is being protected, all right? So that's not something you have to worry about. The ex is still on his thing. He just still doesn't want to close things off. He's still reminiscing, okay? Yeah, they came from another country, okay. He still is angry because you won't forgive him, and realizing that you're never going to be with him again. So he just can't be around. He can't be around your daughter because she reminds him of failure. Okay. She reminds him of a lot of failure, so he just drops her off because he's playing the victim too. Okay. Like he's been misunderstood, but she's okay. Yeah, she's okay. Actually, this is kind of a good thing because she didn't have this kind of protection before when she was there. Okay, so that's what I'm getting, that this is something orchestrated by her spirit team so she could feel safer while she's there. Yeah, I can imagine she doesn't, because what I'm getting is those men stink. They're loud. The energy there hasn't been good before she went there. And now she's got these extra energies to navigate. And they don't bathe. You feel me? Am I shining? I'm shining. But yeah. But he definitely, you guys hit that like and subscribe. He's definitely there. Her spirit team sent him. Okay. So she's okay. Does that help? All right. You guys hit that like and subscribe and share the live. I will go ahead and take one more free reading. And if you want to get on the list for for one question, I am going to do Diana's reading. But I'm going to take one more free because I'm being led to do that. So if you're in the room and you've never had a reading from me before, I will go ahead and add you to the free list. And if anyone else wants to get on the list for $9.99 per question for a super chat, then we can do that. Diana, are you still here? Okay. Daphne, does that help, sweetheart? All right. Okay, I'm not seeing my comments. Let me go over here to see what's going on because I believe I'm missing comments. Okay, you said yes, thank you. Okay. All right, I'm glad it helped. But yeah, I think that's maybe why I was seeing shadows. They're just really, really dark skinned. Because when they started actually coming through, like they smell, I can smell them, and yeah. Okay, Diana, are you still in the room? You guys hit that like and subscribe. Hit that like and subscribe. Oh, I was going to tell you guys about the I Want to Know What Love Is, right? You guys want to hear why I was hearing that song? Okay, you said his family is dirty. Okay. So my niece Sai was over here the other night. We were chilling. I had made soup. She loves when I make soup. And we were just, vibing, having fun. And she is on a dating site where you have, you build your profile and stuff. So I was just helping her with what to answer and everything. And I ended up making me a profile just on a whim, right? It's not something that I do. I haven't been on any kind of dating app or dating site since Black Planet was a thing, and when Plenty of Fish first came out. And I'm talking about first came out. So this was, what are we talking? Early 2000s? Yeah. So after about a month on Plenty of Fish, I had enough fish, okay, and I never got back on any dating sites. So I decided that I would just make me a profile on a whim, right? So I'm on here and I'm scrolling, right? And I'm just going, like, checking out the guys and stuff. And about 78% of them were unattractive to me. Okay, to me. About 88% of them were a little bit on the, I guess, lame side to me, right? Just this is how, in how they presented themselves. Like, you got some who are on here with their shirts off, and some doing like the light skin pose, and some, the way they dress is just like, no dude, you're like 45 wearing 21-year-old clothes. So yes, I was judging, because I have to, because these are potential people that I may want to connect with. So I do judge. Okay. But so yeah, but about 98% of them had dead eyes, sad eyes, angry eyes, lost eyes. And it dawned on me that they didn't know what love is. They don't know what love is. And when I started doing the reading for Daphne, and I'm looking at the cards, and before I started looking at the cards, I'm seeing her ex's energy come through. And it's like, the only love he's ever known is Daphne in his entire being. The only love he's ever known is her. And it's like, there are a lot of people out there, men, we're going to talk about men right now, who either have never experienced real love, have no understanding of what it is, or if they have experienced it, they lost it. Either the person died, or they played around and the person left them, or they didn't know what they were looking at. Because it was so new to them, they misused it. And it's so many, I'm looking at these people and I'm like, I can't help you. I can't. Like, I had to click off, because it started messing with my spirit. I wasn't even on that, I deleted my profile in before even the next afternoon. Yeah, well, no, it was about 24 hours later. I deleted my profile, because I can't do this. This ain't for me right here. Yeah, Daphne, it was very sad. Like, because y'all know I read energy, and I'm just looking, and it just got more and more depressing, and I'm like, nah, I can't do it. I'm happy. I'm feeling good. Yeah, so broken. Okay. And once I deleted my profile, I started feeling lighter again. Okay. And I'm like, I don't regret breaking up with my lover, the most recent one. I don't regret it. I'm just glad I was with somebody who still had the light in their eyes. Yeah, that was wild. But there are a lot of broken people out there. You guys hit that like and subscribe and share the live. Anyone else want to get on the list? Okay. Halil, believe it or not, everyone's hairs are dead. Only the follicles are alive. The hair is not. So what does that mean? You should probably brush up on your science. Hello, George. How are you? All right. Anyone else want to get on the list? Because if y'all don't, I got a date, and I can go hang. Okay, I got a date. I told y'all, I don't be worried about getting on mine. Let me stop cutting up. True story, though. All right. Hey, Nido. Oh, you're back, Diana. How does your near future look? Okay. Let us see. Yeah, I thought you were gone, girl. The goddess of the moon. Oh, Delaney. Okay, let me go ahead and add you to the list, Miss Ma'am. Thank you so much. I got all D's tonight. I got Daphne, Diana, Delaney. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, all right, all right, all right. That Matthew McConaughey, no, he's sexy, ain't he? All right, all right, all right. All right. What about a phone? Oh, you got a phone call. Okay. I was like, phone call? You guys know you can book personal readings. That link is in the description box below. And make sure that you're watching the shorts and the videos that are connected to them. I'm going to explain to you why I switched up my channel, but you can also see why that happened in the post section on my channel. I explain in detail why we're switching things up when it comes to the shorts, okay? All right, Diana. Diana wants to know what's coming up for her near future. Diana, you got high rank in the spiritual realm, don't you? Hey, Sapizo. Hey, Melissa, welcome. You guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share the live, okay? Sapizo, what happened to your wife, honey? I don't know. Leave a super chat or $9.99 or more in US dollars and we'll find out. Give me clear and precise. Thank you. Did you just go through a breakup, Diana? You said you didn't know you had high rank in the spiritual realm? Oh yeah, I had to go way up. I had to go way up to find your spirit team. You said no? There was some kind of tower moment that you had that involved you breaking contact with somebody. And you had to move on and find personal peace for yourself. Hey, Mighty Moo. That's a cute handle. But you've come to a place of acceptance, like you're just chilling. That's why you're so high up on the, you say your son. Okay. You're welcome, Mighty Moo. Oh yeah, this was a painful ending for you. But you held strong to you held strong to your faith and your belief in righteousness and in yourself. And you decided to go ahead and make yourself just accept whatever insight you could from this. Okay. You say you're trying. Yeah, this Eight of Cups in reverse says that you are trying. Okay. You do feel kind of a little aimless here, you know, like you're really trying to figure out where you fit now that that connection is broken. But you're starting to let go more and more and become even more enlightened and just release the negativity. Okay. Because you are very compassionate, very nurturing. Okay. Also very caring and comforting, and this is why you hold such high rank in the spirit world, because you are a love. Like you're a love. Like you are love. Like you reflect love very easily. Okay. But your son had a lot of scattered energy and anger. Okay. You said true, say yes. Melissa, I'm gonna address your question in a moment, okay? Yeah. His presence just really kind of overstressed you, like you were carrying a lot of burden with that with that connection. Ah, that makes sense. Yeah. It did cause you a lot of burden, and you just got burnt out with this Ten of Wands reverse. But now you're at a place where you're seeking closure. Like, you feel like what happened, it left things the way things went. You didn't really get to express your love in a way that you wanted to, because he couldn't see it because of what was going on. And so now you're seeking personal closure. You felt incomplete for a long time, but now it's coming full circle for you. It's just taken a while. Okay. Okay, so what's coming up for you in the near future is a lot of emotional balance. Okay. You're going to restore control in your empathetic life, in your balance, right? So you'll be able to love yourself and love others without you. Thank you. You'll be able to love yourself and love others without having to hold back as a result of what happened with him. You're going to start feeling more and more empathetic and tolerant for people without letting them overstep boundaries and take you out of your loving nature, but also not overgiving. Okay. You're actually going to balance out the masculine side of your love with the feminine side of your love, so that you'll be able to stand up more. And because one thing men gonna do, even if they don't even if they're in love, they're gonna draw their boundaries. You're not gonna get what they don't want to give you. Okay. No matter how much love they have for you or you have for them. All right. But yeah. And then that's putting forth of your love and standing in your loving truth with that nurturing boundary around yourself, you're going to start to draw in new opportunities for yourself. Okay. Especially if you've been wanting to start a new career or a new project, a new venture that could bring you prosperity, then that's going to come through you building that diplomacy. Hey, Mustafa. Okay. That building that personal diplomacy and being very diplomatic with others. Okay. Diplomats, they know how to handle people, but diplomats don't give everything. They find a middle ground. Okay. That's their job, to find a middle ground to bring peace. Okay. So that's what you can expect in the near future. Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. You know that song by En Vogue? Hold on to your love. Ooh. Yeah. I can't sing, but y'all gonna be getting it because I love to sing. All right. You're very welcome, Diana. Melissa, I think you wanted to get on the list. We are at the, yeah. That's your get right song for the next few weeks. All right. Hold on to your love. That's your get right song. Be bumping that. All right. All right. So Mighty Moo and Melissa, we are at the time of the night where you have to leave a super chat of $9.99 for one question or per question, US dollars. Okay. Delaney, you ready, sweetheart? We are at that part of the night. Okay. All right. So I'll be back Sunday. All right. Okay, gotcha, Delaney. I'm going to use the tarot for you as well. I'm also going to pull, let me pull a moon card for you, a moonology card. I'll tell you this though, Delaney, the Divine Collective are having ascension symptoms right now. And part of that is tiredness. I've been feeling it as well. But I just let myself rest longer. I just stay in bed until I feel like getting up now. Okay? But that could be part of it, but we are going to see if there's more here. Okay, now we got smoke. Finally. Took forever. Let me clear the energy. Okay. Mighty Moo. Okay, I will add you to the list. Did you want to give me your first name or you just want me to call you Moo? Morgan. Okay, cutiful. I like that name. Morgan Fairchild. Okay. I'm aging myself now. All right. You will be, hey Benu, you will be after Delaney's reading, okay? You're welcome, Morgan. You guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already and share the live, okay? Have you been working extra hours at work? I'm hearing work, job, work. Yeah, you're the very first card that came out is the Strength in reverse. You're right. There is something zapping your energy here. But it's linked to self-doubt in a lot of ways. And insecurity. Yeah. Now we got the moon card in reverse. Let me grab this moonology deck. You say you have a job, but you don't want it. That will be why I'm here and work, job. Because your job is part of the issue. Okay. It's definitely zapping your energy. Benu, I am from the Southeast United States. Where are you from? You guys hit that like button. Give me that thumbs up and that subscribe. You got a lot of inner confusion and repressed emotions here, especially with this strength card. You've been hiding from yourself, Miss Ma'am. It's just a lot you're not willing to face. It's like yeah, the moon won't even speak. It's like there are things but you're just not willing to face. You're in Sikkim, India? Oh, okay. Well, welcome. You up late tonight? Dang me, girl. Thank you. Goodness gracious. Ah, this makes sense. You got the blue moon. You have really been in the blues. But this says believe in the impossible, Delaney. Okay, let's read what it says from the book here. You still here, Miss Delaney? Y'all quiet in the comments tonight. Fire up them comments. Give me some emojis or something. Okay. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance and that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you are asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it is important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Okay. You say your boyfriend doesn't like when you get these? Get what? Readings? To believe in yourself more in the clinic? Okay. Yeah, I'm getting this something deeper than that. That's part of it. Work is part of it. Have you been... You asked not to ask about him? Don't tell him you be asking about him. You ain't been telling him you've been asking about him, have you? Delaney, you been snitching on yourself? Have you been asking yourself what would happen if I just walked away from it all? Have you asked yourself? Well, girl, don't tell him where you got the information. Just shoot. Well, don't lie. I was about to say just tell him you had a dream, but don't lie. Just observe. Yeah, I mean, it's inevitable that you'll see the fruits of your labor because you do put in the work, right? And you are very self-sufficient, but there are things that deep down you need to release. But there's so much insecurity. But I know you do ask yourself, well, I don't know. Because I told you here's lack of inner joy and dissatisfaction. Miss Ma'am. I'm not seeing comments now. Hold on. You guys hit that like and you say you feel that. Yeah, you're not happy. Can you just admit that to yourself that you're unhappy? It's like you don't want it flat out admit that to yourself. You guys hit that like and subscribe, okay? Share the live. You don't want to flat out admit to yourself that you're unhappy. You're tired because you're depressed. You feel trapped. Okay. So what you're feeling is depression. And depression is more spiritual in a lot of ways than people think. Deep rest. Deep rest. Okay? Your soul goes into a state of deep rest. All right? So that it can handle I'm just going to say it. Your soul goes into a state of deep rest so it can handle the lies that you're telling it. Okay? It can handle the lies that you're living. Because when a soul is living its truth, it lives out loud, and it lives in joy, it lives in peace. Not saying everything is perfect and you're going to be happy 100% all the time, but there's a deep inner knowing that happiness is attached to, right? So even if you're not feeling 100%, you know this is just a moment, right? And you know how to tap in and do what you need to do to get back to yourself, or just to take a nap or take a couple days off or whatever you need to recalibrate. But when the soul goes into depression or deep rest, then it does just enough to keep you from spiraling into nothingness. Okay? Until it starts hearing the truth again. Then it can start to wake up. Love, truth, and authenticity. I preach these three all the time because they are the highest vibrations emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Love is the highest emotional vibration. Truth is the highest spiritual vibration. And authenticity is the highest mental vibration. When you are not operating in these, especially together, right, then the soul starts to damp down, and it goes into like its own little cave, and the body responds because it's not being enlivened by higher vibrations. Okay? So admitting that you're not happy is the first step. But then doing the work to either admit what makes you happy. You either already know, but you're pushing it off because a lot of times that means other things have to go with it, people and things. that you either worked hard for, you've invested a lot in, that you care a lot about. You know, you're putting their happiness before yours. You're putting material needs before your, you know, soul's needs, that kind of thing. Okay. I'm trying not to read about the boyfriend. Okay. Yeah. Because you're in this Page of Cups, you're extremely sensitive, right? You're a dreamer. You have a lot of intuition. Okay. And if you would just allow yourself to dream big, and Nuke, what God do you believe in? That's the person you need to be worried about is yourself. Okay. Delaney, let me see what you're saying here. You said you can, he left. Okay, you feel like it has a lot to do with him. Okay. Well, the King of Swords reverse came out. And right after that, the High Priestess reversed. Okay. Then the Nine of Swords reversed and the Eight of Swords upright. So he does affect you spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Okay. The King of Swords reversed is someone that you have a very close connection with. They have a lot of power in your life, maybe over you in a sense. But you don't have really a lot of emotional control when you're dealing with this person. There are some moments of callousness that you probably see that you ignore because he's sweet most of the other times. Okay. But there is manipulation there. Okay. And he tells the truth, but it doesn't seem like he does it with a lot of compassion sometimes. Is this true? There's something, he tells the truth, but there's some manipulation there. Hey Brenda, welcome, love. You're holding out the hope for marriage here, again, because you've invested so much. You guys do have a mutual attraction for each other. Marriage is the goal and the idea. You say you have to drag it out. Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah. He doesn't really like telling the truth. Okay, so yeah, that's manipulation, honestly. Because he does hope to marry you and he's trying not to ruin it. Okay. And I'm getting the feeling that if you were to draw the line, he would propose, because that would be like a trump card, right? He's holding his cards close to the chest, and the only thing that he has left that can hold you there is marriage. The possibility or the idea or a proposal or something like that. Because you have invested a lot. Okay. So here's the Wheel of Fortune. You're at a turning point now. Or you have the opportunity to be at a turning point. You can stay where you are. Things will continue to be up and down and unpredictable. Okay? Or you can end this cycle. You can step into your destiny. You can face change head on. Tell yourself the truth about things. Okay? Stop holding back. This is the Fool card in reverse. No more indecision. Decide what makes you happy. Act from that place. Do it with love and compassion. It doesn't have to be with anger. It doesn't have to be with some sort of bullish bitterness. The more love you have and you release with it, it's going to go smoother. Okay? Okay, I see your answer there. And I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm not gonna tell you, I'm just gonna ask you. As an adult male, why is it your responsibility to make sure he has somewhere else to go? He's not your son. He's an adult male. Could he not figure it out? Is that not your, does it have to be your responsibility to make sure he has somewhere? It's not being callous, it's being true. If he wanted to break up with you, would he be concerned about you having somewhere to go? You may think so, but from what I know about most reversed males, they would not. Remember me telling y'all, women in their 50s are becoming 50s and older, but starting in the 50s are becoming the fastest growing segment of homeless population. That doesn't start when they get in their 50s. That starts at your age. You start compromising very, very early. By the time you're 50, you don't know who you are. And you find yourself in positions and in places in love and in life that the potential that you had in your 20s was wasted. The degrees, all of it, the time. You just spent all that you were, all those years. Hello, atheist. All those years trying to take care of people who ain't taking care of themselves. That's not your job, love. Self-love does not allow that. Because one thing most males gonna do, whether they're healed or not, is put themselves first. They have to, because they have to compete in the world in a way that we as women don't. They have to compete with the patriarchy. They have to compete with each other for women and sex. They have to compete in the workplace, okay? And they have to compete amongst each other for dominance in every space that they go in. I used to be an intimacy coach. I didn't tell y'all that. But my main clients were men. And they did share with me that when they walk into rooms or they walk past a guy, subconsciously they're sizing that guy up to see if something popped off, if they could handle him. They got all that testosterone for a reason, so they can get out there and hustle and make stuff happen for themselves. And if that's not happening, that's because they don't want it. It's not your job. You guys hit that like and subscribe. They don't want it. Because of testosterone on its own, okay? Forget about being how they're raised and blah, blah, blah. Biologically, they have the ability to make stuff happen for themselves. They can build stuff. They have more stamina. They have emotional, more ability to control their emotions if they want to. They don't have all these hormonal fluctuations that we have, Okay? So the ones who actually get out and make it work are the ones who want to. I'm done. Okay? That's your reading. I don't mean to be a tarot bully. I'm sorry if that seemed mean. But you know I love you. So I gotta just be real. You okay? Oh, you're doing the I don't know what. Sometimes I don't be knowing. You said it wasn't mean at all. Just figure out what makes you happy and lovingly go after that. All right? You guys hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. You said the if you're thinking, okay. Like, it's crazy. But that's your reading, sweetheart. You said you needed to hear it. Okay. All right. I love you much. Let me go back and find Morgan's comment so I can find out. Morgan, I'm assuming you are she, her. Okay. Happening in the near future. We just had 2-year anniversary almost 2 weeks ago, and he hasn't gotten you anything. Oh, goodness. Okay. You're going to clear the energy. These boyfriends know they've been acting up. That's why I had to get rid of mine. He wasn't acting bad, y'all. He just all of a sudden threw up this emotional wall that I couldn't get through. Who do that? Not me. I got to feel the love. You can't just tell me what. Who do that? You can't just tell me stuff no more, honey. And you can't breadcrumb me. You can't give me no little bit just to keep me around. Yeah, he's an avoidant. But he was opening up. He was. But the closer we got to our year anniversary, the more he started shutting down. Because I wouldn't have been with him if he wasn't opening up. And he's very sweet, very generous, all the things. Okay? If I was with him for his money and all the nice things he did for me, then him being avoidant wouldn't have mattered. But I want a loving connection. I mean, I'm not going to be with somebody who ain't going to buy me stuff and ain't going to spoil me and ain't going to spend on me. I'm not going to be with that guy either. You don't have to do it, but he has to want to. Okay? But I also have to have an emotional connection as well. All right, we are trying to see what's going on with this boyfriend who didn't get us an anniversary present, Miss Morgan. 2 years. Y'all live together? Because I'm trying to see, are we just taking Miss Morgan for granted, or what's happening here? All right, you guys hit that like and subscribe. All right. Morgan, what's your boyfriend's first initial? And do you guys live together? Okay. No, it works out first. You feel deep in your heart that this is the man you want to spend the rest of your life with. His name is Charles. You know something about them Charleses? Woo! I got 2 babies by one, honey. Them suckers make you want to marry them. I ran into one when I was out on the road trucking. That's going to be story time for tonight. Morgan's going to be our last reading, okay? Because I got story time for y'all about a Charles, okay? Goodness gracious, all right? Okay. Okay. Mm. Morgan, you're a cutie patootie. You're real pretty. You're a very productive person, like you keep a full schedule, like you don't like to waste time, or is this him? Or is this both of y'all? It's more you, okay. Yeah, you're a very unbothered person. Like you just be chilling, doing you, okay? Like, but honey, you got divine timing and divine intervention in reverse here. But you just been keeping your cool. Hold on, let me see where this is going. You said if there's a schedule you like to stick to it. Yeah, I see that here. I'm gonna show you this card here in a minute. Let me show you this card here in a minute. So your spirit team will show me things about you so that you and I both will know that I'm talking to the right person. You see this card? See that calendar there? That's you. But this is also you. Like you keep your head calm and cool in like a crisis. You're not really about drama. Does he have commitment issues? There's somebody here with commitment issues. There's a fear of loss of freedom, and I don't think it's you. I'm trying to see why we got divine timing and divine intervention both in reverse. You just don't deal with it, yeah. Clarify these 2 cards for me. No, I don't want to believe that. I don't want to believe that. You say you don't know if it's commitment issues. Who is this person with the side hustle or the multiple streams of income, or somebody that's like got a lot of just always on the grind? Which one is that? I'm just trying to tie everything together, okay? Somebody always on the grind, making that dollar, making a dollar holler. Yeah. You guys hit that like and subscribe, okay? Story time gonna be fun tonight. Yeah, I don't want to believe that. You guys, stop telling me that. Yeah, somebody is really in their bag. Yeah. Yeah, he really into his bag, okay? He about that dollar. He gonna make a dollar holler. He gonna make that paper. Is he in a lot of debt, or if there's like this goal, this dream life that he's chasing? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna tell you what I keep hearing. You can tell me I'm lying. Hey Pooja. You can tell me I'm lying, and I hope I'm lying, but I keep hearing time waster. That's what I keep hearing. Pooja, I don't think you're new to the channel. I think I remember seeing you before. But that's what I keep hearing, time waster. That's what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm hearing, okay? Because we got, you're in debt. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, he's not going to commit anytime soon. So he didn't get you anything because he didn't want to spend the money. Okay. He just didn't want to spend the money. Time waster is somebody who I sent out an email about this when because I've been doing a lot of research. I do a lot of research on like relationships and stuff like that because I may start back to doing my intimacy coaching. But this says commitment issues, afraid to settle down, right? This is crossroads. But this is in reverse. So this person is not planning to make a decision anytime soon. Okay? Divine timing and divine intervention both are in reverse, which is basically saying that the divine is not the divine's idea that you guys come together, and it's simply because there's an incompatibility, it looks like, in like your desires and the kind of life you want. Okay, so the divine, your spirit team, is not in a hurry to make this happen. His spirit team is not in a hurry to make it happen. And things that you see as minor, he sees as major. And it's mostly financial. Does that make sense? So he loves you. He loves being with you. But for the most part, you said you had an in-depth reading that said there's going to be something happening next year that is going to change his mind, that timing isn't everything, and he'll propose next fall. Okay. He doesn't, like I said, he loves being with you. He doesn't want to be alone or leave you. But financially, you guys are not on the same page, and his bells are going off, right? He doesn't see you, I guess, fixing things in that way. So it may be that the thing that's supposed to change is you working to get out of debt. Okay. I'm not sure what this card means. Clout chaser. Do you have some sort of social media following or something? Are you on social media in like a... You said it does. Hey, love bug. Welcome, sweetheart. Welcome back. Yeah, are you kind of in like the public eye some kind of way? Okay. Oh, okay. This is him. This is the hustle mode thing. Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right, all right, all right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is what you're dealing with. He has a certain life that he wants to get to. Okay. This is the Ascension card. This is an indication that he's well aware of how he needs to be his best self and get to his highest self. Okay. You are in the picture, but you're not the whole picture. Okay. And there are certain things that you need to keep working toward, like getting out of debt. Okay. And not expecting that if he doesn't get you a gift that it means anything more than he didn't want to spend the money, because he is working. He has a huge goal. There's some kind of goal that he is working toward. But for him, it's not just money. This is a spiritual ascension for him. For some people, their ascension is tied to them having a certain amount of wealth and comfort. Okay? And so the more you build up your credit, you get your, finances in order, you are showing him that you are his divine match. But he doesn't have a timeline on when he wants to close things, or like make everything like like marriage. Okay? He doesn't have a timeline for that because his number one goal is his ascension. Okay. Yeah. So this divine intervention, this is in his past. He's already had this. Something happened where he woke up and he decided that it was time for him to secure the bag. Okay. And after that, that's what he's committed to. But for him, it's not really just about the money. Okay. This says clout chaser, but for him, clout is not about other people. Okay. For him, it's his own personal clout. He wants to feel secure. He wants to feel safe. He wants to elevate. He has an inner hunger to grow and be his best self. Okay? What is this card? Is there something that you were keeping from him at some point? Or something you've been wanting to tell him but you've been holding back on? Or there's something somewhere that's either somebody is talking, Or did he have somebody in his ear, like a mama figure or somebody like that, that talks behind your back, or they tell him things, or there was something that's being said or had been said that kind of slowed things down for y'all? Or what is this? Oh, okay. So one of the anniversary gifts you got him. Oh, okay. So yeah, there. That's where that secret is. Um, I don't know. The reason that you're keeping it a secret, you want it to be a surprise. It comes in next week. Okay. You're excited about telling him. I'm not sure if it's going to go over well, depending on how much it costs, because he'd rather you put that money to your debt. Does that make sense? That sound right to you? But yeah, that is your reading. Okay, you guys, remember, you can book personal readings with me, okay? Your comments are coming in really slow, Morgan, so I am going to run and take a station break and then come back and do story time. Daphne, you still here? Delaney, did Erica make it tonight? I didn't see her in the comments. Y'all hold on. Let me see if I can get under here without messing up stuff. Hold on. I don't know why I didn't just slide the table out of the way the first time. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so it may go over well. But yeah, so that's the secret you've been holding. I didn't feel like it was a big one, but it's yeah. So oh, Erica been here the whole time. There go my sweet baby girl. Okay. So yeah, that's your reading. If I were you, I would not be in a hurry for the marriage thing. Okay, because he is not in a hurry. And you will start to feel resentful because you're going to feel like he's wasting your time at some point. Okay? but you do have a very real and beautiful framework in his life. It's just that right now you're not like the whole picture. And he's trying to get to a point where he wants it all. I'll just put it that way. He wants it all. Okay, you say you're not in a hurry either. That's good. Okay. So he wants it all and you part of the all. But yeah. Man, I wish more men would be like him. Get up off their sop and go do something with themselves. That loves me a working mind. I really do. It's just something about them that turn me on. Especially if they generous. Now, if they ain't generous, I don't care nothing about how much you work. If you ain't taking me shopping, I don't somewhere. What you doing out there working for if it ain't to spoil me? Okay. Story time. Y'all ready for story time? So some of you guys know that I was trucking. And I started working for this company, and it was my first time going to the Lady, you say exactly. It was my first time going to the terminal in right outside Chicago, right? And so I told y'all I used to always look cute, have my makeup done, my hair done. I was a few pounds lighter then. I had left my last husband the first time. I went back to him a few months later and then left him again for the last time. But so I had left him, and just being cute, being fun, being happy, enjoying myself. So my light was on, right? And all the guys, like, they used to try to holler, but I'm like, no, I'm good. I just left something. I ain't trying to be bothered. You know what I mean? And so I go into the terminal, right? So I ordered me some food because they had like a little cafeteria in there. I ordered me some food and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to the bathroom and use the bathroom and wash my hands and come back and eat while they were fixing my order. And so along the corridor that goes to the bathroom, there was a gym, right? Because I guess they wanted us to take care of ourselves. And I'm walking past this gym, and I get this feeling, like this tug, like this pull, like a pat and a come here. And I'm like, what is that? And the further I got from down the hall and away from the gym, like it got stronger. And I was like, what is that? So I go back and I walk into the gym, and y'all, when I say beautiful man, when I say his light was on, my light was on, his light was on, okay? He was probably about 6'1". He was light skinned, okay? He had locks, but they were so neat, and his body, okay? He wasn't big and buff, and he was just toned and just chiseled, and his waist was like this, and his abs was like that, and his shoulders were broad, and he was just his facial features, everything was so freaking perfect. And I'm standing here looking at him like, what freaking part of heaven did you fall out of, Mr. Nick? Right? And he looking at me the same way, y'all. When I say his eyes got big, and he's standing there looking at me, and he's like, who the hell are you? Like, I can see it in his face, right? So we're standing there just looking at each other. It was so much electricity and magic just flying everywhere. And y'all, when I say the girlies and the girl, and I could see him like trying to turn so his little member wouldn't be like, "Whoa, I see you," right? The chemistry was something I had never ever experienced in my life at that time, right? And so I was about 49, 48, 49 at the time. And so I'm standing there stunned. He's standing there stunned. And then so finally, I guess, he was like, oh, there was a guy. I forget. There was a guy over in the corner. He was on the treadmill. So he turned around to look like, what the hell going on? Because we were just standing there not saying nothing. So I guess he figured there was some, what is this? So when we heard him turn around, he said something like, or he looked kind of grunted a little bit. I think that's what brought us to. So I looked over to him and I was like, oh, there's somebody in here. Hey, Kaylee, thank you, sweetie. And he says, oh, hi, my name is Charles. How are you? And I was like, oh, I'm doing fine, Charles. My name is Sunshine. It's good to meet you. And he was like, Sunshine? I was like, yeah. And he was like, you know that song by Roy Ayers? And I was like, I think I know it. Girl, I ain't know that song. But I was like, yeah, I think I know that song. I didn't know what he was talking about. All I wanted to do was hold the conversation, because who are you, Mr. Man? Okay. And so we talked and we talked and we talked. And now, mind y'all, I was on my way to the bathroom. So I'm holding my bladder because I am not missing this opportunity to speak to this beautiful human, okay? And so we're talking and talking and talking. And then the guy over on the treadmill, I guess he got kind of huffy because he was like, ugh, and he just kind of was over it and he left. But he forgot something, so he came back. And by this time we're chatting. And so I guess he was like, well, let me just see what the tea is. So he gets back on the treadmill, right? And I was so grateful. I was so grateful, y'all, because when I say all old buddy had to do was reach for me, and it would have been on in that freaking gym. If he'd have reached out, it would have been over. Because when I say I was feeling every single part of my body do whatever a body can do, it was doing it. And my mind too. I was like, is this real? Who is this person? Okay. So finally he was like, can I get your number? Now, normally I don't give out my number. I don't care who you are. I'll be like, I'll take your number. And if they say, blah, 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 I don't care because it's my number. Okay. So I was like, oh yeah, it's blah, blah, blah. I rattled it. He put it in his phone. And girl, I was staying at a hotel at the time because they was fixing my truck. So when your truck is in the shop, you can't sleep in it. So they'll get you a room. And finally, I just kind of, I'm talking to him, but at the same time, I'm backing out of there. Because if old buddy leave again, it's over with for me. It's over with. We're going to get fired because somebody going to walk in while everything that can go on between two humans is going on. Okay? So I'm backing out and I'm like, yeah, it's nice to meet you. Give me a call. I bump into the door and I'm like, oh, in the movies when they bump into the door and they're like, oh, and they turn around and they're like trying to get out of it. I'm pushing and pulling at the same time. It was terrible, y'all. So I go to the bathroom. I come back. He stays in the gym. I guess he was trying to get his man member situated. Okay. And so he he texts me later on that night. Around, I want to say about 7:30. I'm already in the bathtub because I love taking baths when I got the opportunity, not just showers, okay? So I'm in the bathtub and old buddy is texting me and he's saying things and he's asking me things and I'm feeling things and I'm saying to myself and I'm saying to myself, girl, don't do it. Because my mom was still alive at the time. Because if you let that man come to this room, you will be doing things that you would be ashamed to tell your mama. And you would be ashamed if she ever found out. Do not let that man come to this room. Child, when I say it took everything in me to tell him no. Okay, I was like, well, I'm just getting out of a thing and I haven't been with anyone else for 10 years, and I'm just not sure that, girl, I didn't. When I say that was self-preservation, that's all it was. And after that, he would text me every day, several times a day, and, we trucking, so we can't really text like that. But honey, he was pulling over so he could text me. Every time he pulled over, he would text me, I should say. And every time I would pull over, I text him back. Because, you have to pull over to fuel or to use the bathroom or at your shipper or receiver or whatever. But girl, when I say the heat through the phone, the heat through these text messages, and it could be any mundane thing. But what was so crazy is that we had the same interest. Like, we both journal, we're both poets. Like, we were basically the same human in male and female body. It was just wow, everything. Talk about a twin flame, Delaney. That was a twin flame, okay? And so eventually I just I hooked up with this other guy so I could get him out of my system. And I told him about it so that he would not like me anymore and not want to deal with me anymore, because it was just too intense. I just couldn't. I just couldn't. It was too intense. I would literally have lost myself in that connection, because I have never experienced anything that powerful in my life. I was afraid, and I self-sabotaged. I'm not afraid to admit that, okay? I literally self-sabotaged. Yeah. And the other guy that I hooked up with, he did his job. Cute little Ethiopian fella. Funny thing is, though, he ended up falling in love and wanted to have a thing after that. And I was like, oh, you thought this was going to be a thing. And I'm standing there like looking crazy. Yeah, I did. It was... When I say self-sabotage is real, and I wasn't in a place of self-love at the time, not to the point to where I could handle something like that, because I was just getting out of things with my ex. And even though I went back to him, a little later, I ended up leaving him again. And I knew when I went back to him that it was a dumb mistake. So... but I think, yeah, it was a lot of reasons. I'll tell y'all that for another story time why I went back to him. But honey, after that, I stopped dealing with men named Charles, because my baby daddy was a Charles, light skinned, 6'1". I ended up having 2 babies for him. It was one of those magnetic connections. It wasn't like this one, but it was close. You see what I'm saying? So, Miss Morgan, I feel you. All right. Y'all ever meet a dude named Charles and he light skinned and he's 6'1", run the other way. Run. Woo. Okay. All right, y'all. So that is story time, and that is my time. I have a date with a light skinned dude. So, you say you'll run the other way and turn back around? Yeah, I ended up deleting his number after I self-sabotaged, because I did, it was just I had never felt anything like that before. You know what I mean? And, yeah. That was too much, okay? But I will be back. We will be doing our VIP night this Friday. I am going to start phasing out the membership, okay? So if you I need to text Walter and tell him not to gift any more memberships. If you are still in an active membership, do not renew the membership. I need to make that announcement as well. But do not renew your membership, because I'm going to be phasing those out and phasing out Friday nights. I am also working on recalibrating the algorithm so that I can start doing daily collective reading uploads like I used to when I first started the channel. So what you'll be seeing now is shorts from those old videos from when I first started my channel. You won't be seeing the same shorts you were seeing from the lives. So it'll take the algorithm about 28 days to catch up to what I'm doing with those shorts. However, you can help out by watching those shorts and then clicking on the video that is connected to, watching those, liking those, commenting on those, okay? And as you do that, then that will help me transition to being able to get back to doing daily uploads, because the algorithm will recognize that people are going to those videos. So when I start uploading, Eric, you say I'm cleaning out. Yes. When I start back to uploading long form videos, then the channel will shift again, and the algorithm will have to catch up to that. But all of this is leading up through the end of the year. Okay. So by the end, about towards the end of October is when I'll start uploading the daily long form. Okay. So you guys can help by making sure that you're watching those. You can even go back and start watching some of my older videos. I was way different. I was new. I went back and watched my very first, very first upload here where I had went live. And I was live on Facebook and I recorded it and I uploaded the recording here. So that was my very first video here on YouTube, because I was just practicing on them folks on on Facebook. And so I was like, you know what? Now I'm ready to move to YouTube. And so that's what I did. I uploaded that video. And then I just started doing daily uploads of collective readings from there. And then my channel stalled out. And I know it was a spiritual attack. It stalled out. I was down for a little while, and then that's when I revamped and started doing lives. And my channel started growing again. So I'm going to continue to do the lives because I love it here. I love hanging out with you guys. I love being in your presence and getting the feedback from you. But I also love being able to pick up my cards every day and get messages and put them out there. I just don't want to have the same experience where I'm doing long form content and it's really not going anywhere. You see what I'm saying? The shorts from the lives, they do take off for the most part. Some, they don't get I get one or two that maybe get close to 1,000 or over 1,000 views about every month or every couple of weeks or so, right? But at this present time, it's not so much about the views for me. It's really about connecting to and finding my audience, okay? Finding the divine connections that are meant for my gift. And so I'm having to follow my spirit team's guidance very closely in order to make that happen. And as a result of that, I have to be willing to possibly lose viewers, but I could gain as well. Possibly lose viewers and views. I don't anticipate losing a lot of viewers, but definitely the views could drop depending on what the algorithm decides to do. But I can't concern myself with that right now because I have a very long life to live as an oracle, okay? And so I do intend to really follow that guidance, bring in the people who are meant to hear what is being said through me, and I want people who are authentic to the message and for the message and with the message. Okay. And I'm actually really, really glad that I followed the advice of my bioenergetics therapist and my spirit team, because they told me first and he confirmed it, that not just on here doing free readings just continuously, it did help weed out a lot of people who were only here for the free readings. They weren't here for the messages, and they weren't here for the energy, the vibe, the growth that comes in this space. Okay. That's right, Benjamin. Truth is the only thing that matters. It's not the only thing, but it is a big thing. Um, but yeah, so um, now that I know that most of the people here are authentic, and that's a beautiful thing to me, that energy brings in more authentic people. Okay. And so we will start to draw that in, and that's who we will grow with the channel. Does that make sense to you guys? So I'm excited. I am not worried. I am happy. Everything is growing, right? My hair is growing. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Um, my my heart, the expansion of it, my gift, you guys, your connection, the energy that I feel between us, like all of those things. Okay. You say you love the style today. This is a date style. It's a date style. But yeah, so yeah, that's what's happening. Okay. So I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited. Remember, I told y'all just hang on for the ride, because it's gonna be changes coming, and I'm here for it. Okay, my high earning / celebrity clients, they have been very supportive, in shifting prices. Those prices are not on the booking site, and the kind of readings that they get. Um, they do get soul readings, but they book specific time, special time, and they book for a different type of energy that I charge very dearly for. So, but they have been very supportive. They don't care about the price hikes and the price changes, and um, they do realize the value in what they're getting. And I'm offering them more now that I am more settled in where I'm going with my gift. I'm offering them more now. So they're very appreciative. And I'm appreciative of you guys. There are a handful of you guys who are grandfathered in at your prices. So when y'all book your readings, the prices that they are now are the prices. But as the prices go up, I will be emailing you guys and letting you know, so that you will email me personally to stay at your same price. I can send you a separate link for that. Okay. All right. So that is what it is. I'm about to go and get hugged on. Yes. All right. All right. So did you see? No. When did you send it? Thank you, Erica. I plan to enjoy. He's a gentleman, this guy. It's the only kind I deal with, actually. He said, oh, okay. So you got locked out of your email. Oh, okay. Okay. So you sent me one from another email address, or? Oh, you haven't seen them. Okay. So if you have a backup email address, send me a message from that one, so I'll have it. All right. So I had a great time. I hope you guys had a great time. You said you slow, you still not dating. And who moved on? Me? You said you'll send it on my page. Okay. I'm not I didn't move on. I'm just moving. Yeah, just going. I'm growing with the flow. You know how they say going with the flow, but I grow with the flow. Okay, growing with the flow. So I do still miss my lover. I still miss my boo, but I can't let that stop me from getting what I need. And I am a woman who um affection is a big deal for me. Okay, so I'm finna go get me some hugs on me. I'm going to get hugged on, and I like masculine energy, and I like gentlemen. So that's what I'm about to go do. All right. Okay, you guys. Hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I love you, Erica. You're such a sweetie pie. Um, if you haven't already, and I will be back Friday for the members VIP night at 6 p.m. Central Time. Okay, don't forget to watch those. Thank you, Delaney. I plan to have fun. Don't forget to watch those shorts and the connected videos, and go back and watch all my other videos, and just kind of do what you need to do. Hype videos, share videos. Help us grow, help us grow, help us grow. Okay? Family and friends gather here. So that's what we are. All right? You guys are true lovers. So that starts with loving yourself. That's where everything starts. And that's what I'm going to always preach. Okay? All right. Until next time, I am Jua, and you have been read. Okay? Y'all have a great night. Love you guys. Bye-bye.